up until this point. And it's not by the means of any single individual. It's because of the full impact of the unit of the entire team. Let's take a closer look at this team coming in. Young man sees the future. Emmalee coming in as one of the better rookies of this season with that very impressive Ed. Lightning fast as always. You could expect it from that Cammy. It is Akira as well. Doing a great job this season. One of the top point earners in the region for the World Warrior of Japan. It is Hibiki with the grappler instinct. Last but not least, the duelist, Aqua. And what a name so fitting for someone so involved in the inner workings of Street Fighter, right? He had done so many different rebroadcasts from Street Fighter League prior, if he wasn't involved in it directly. He has been such a pivotal coach towards the improvement of his players and understands what needs to be done like week after week. And I think his leadership has proven to be one of the best. I think he's probably one of the best coaches out here in Street Fighter League in both divisions. I think he's handled himself quite well. He's adjusted to every single challenge that's thrown at him in terms of like player order. And also, even if he wasn't that way, I think the title for Duelist makes sense because he was a former card game producer. And it's kind of godlike that he is. So, yeah, I mean, I always want to pick his brain about that kind of conversation with his former occupation. So, eventually I will. That's one of my dream goals, is to talk card game shop with Aqua. But either way, I digress. Higuchi with the Guile up front. Hikaru with the Aki up second. Momochi with the Ed, because Yamaguchi is still unable to be moved outside of the extra position due to a technicality.
This order we see continuously with Higuchi and Hikaru moved around, as you mentioned, and Momochi usually in the anchor position, which usually is the way things should go. I am surprised we're seeing Hibiki up against Higuchi against the Guile matchup willingly. Huh.
Dude, his okay, so like his understanding against like what needs to be done against projectile archetype characters or characters that just have projectiles in general are so sound. His perfect parries to bully spaces, to bully within the mid-range is so good. I think he has like one of the higher like perfect parry percentages against fireballs in comparison to the rest of Division F.
That makes sense, yeah. And the way he pokes Sam Medium and Delay Crushing Fierce and things like that is really good. And last time they met, he did beat Higuchi. But that was a previous Higuchi. That was a Higuchi that wasn't really as active, I feel like. I think his projectile patterns were a little bit not as strong as they usually are. Nowadays, he is way different. He's way more active. He's trying to rush right after his fireballs. You can see he's way more informed in the way that he usually is instead of how he was at the start of the season. So this could be a run back that lands in Higuchi's hands. I guess you're right in terms of like the perfect parries, though. Like he is, in terms of Hibiki, he is really good about encroaching that space. We saw he walked forward against like Daigo in the World Warrior, how he's been able to maneuver one of the better fireball characters in Akuma and work around